Oh, you can't hear me. Now you can. Mic check, mic check. Hope you guys are doing well. I got California. I got Brooklyn, New York. I got El Paso, Texas, Georgia, Duran Holmes, ATL. What's up, Duran? Mia, California, Chicago. Next man up, Philadelphia. Man, you guys are logging in from everywhere. Welcome to the webinar. Webinars take a little bit long sometimes to get in, so I'm gonna give everybody a second here. Just type in cash flow if you can hear me in the chat. Just type in the word cash flow if you can hear me, and we'll get started here shortly. Cash flow. What's up, McDonough? What's up, Huntsville? West Philly, Montgomery, Alabama, Regina, San Diego. Man, I see a lot of people. Okay, there's cash flow, cash flow, cash flow, cash flow, more cash flow. You guys look good, man. Even though I can't see you, I know you look good. Ray, Pennsylvania, Billy, S. Flow. I don't know if that's South Florida. Who else is out there, man? Shelby, North Carolina. Welcome. Clarksville, Tennessee. Welcome. Makai, since you're in the picture, say hello. Welcome. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. Sounds good. That lets me know what kind of delay I have, just so you guys know. I appreciate it. Ohio, welcome. Ohio, y'all trying to do a little something. I see you. About time LeBron showed up. The real DC, Denver, Colorado. What's up, Dr. Yaz, Mobile, Alabama? Okay, guys, this is our 369 Financial Transformation webinar. I like the shirt. Sounds good. Shayna says hi, Makai. Shayna said hello. All right, guys, we're gonna start in about 2 minutes. I'm just giving everybody a chance to really get in here. We're gonna start in about 2 minutes. All right, who else we got? I'm giving everybody a second here to hop on. We got Bruce, Candace, Cecil. All right, looks like a good group. Let me just do a quick check here to make sure you guys can see my other screen. All right, I'll be back here. You should see me again shortly. Okay, so a couple of quick announcements, guys. For you guys that are already members of Extra Digit, let me be the first to tell you the Cash Flow Summit, not this weekend, but the following weekend is going to be unbelievable. Type in see you in ATL if you're coming. Okay, type in see you in ATL, as in I will see you in ATL if you come into the summit. I want to know who I'm going to meet when you guys get here. What's up, Joshua, Little Rock, Ray? Type in see you in ATL. Don, I see you in ATL, my man. Yasmin, I see you in ATL, my girl. Cedric, see you. Marcus, see you. Candace, see you. Adrian, see you. Gloria, see you. Mike, see you. Michael, see you. Melissa, see you. Everybody's coming. All right. Miss Murdy, I see you. Angela, I'll see you. Regina, I'll see you. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'll see you. Charles, I will see you. Latasha, I'll see you. Derek, I'll see you. Everybody, I'll see you. That's the way to represent, man. Richard, I'll see you. Steve, I'll see you. Mia, I'll see you. Mia, you coming all the way. That's my girl. I'll see you. All right. Let's rock and roll, man. I just want to make sure you guys were coming to Atlanta. For those of you I've not had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Brian Beane. I'm the founder of the Extra Digit Movement. We like to have a lot of fun because I don't want you to think that finances is something that's boring and all drawn out. We want you guys to understand that we're here basically today to show you a strategy, something that you can walk away with today to help you get your finances in order. So I'm going to bounce back and forth here between the actual webinar that you see me here live, and because I hate the way I look on this computer, I'm going to show you guys a lot of slides at the same time. So let's get right into it. We're here to talk finances. We're here to talk wealth. We're here to talk abundance. We're here to talk wealth creation. And I want you guys to understand, everybody in America has two basic objectives. We call this framework 2-4-3. Most people understand that their current lifestyle is paid for by their labor. And most people also understand that at some point, your future lifestyle has to be paid for with your investments. I think when you boil it down, I've been all over the world, some of the nicest cities on the planet and countries on the planet. And when you boil it down, everybody wants some basic things. We want to be able to travel. We want healthy relationships. We want nice cars and homes. We want to spend time with our families. We want great friendships. The problem is in America, you have this thing called money that keeps you from accomplishing those things. So what we have to do first is understand why most people are not achieving the things they want financially. It's real simple. Number one, most Americans don't survive in capitalism because of this one thing called inflation. Okay. Inflation basically means that the value of the dollar drops every single day. And if you have a job, you get hit with what's called a double whammy. You get hit with when we say a double whammy, that's because you have what's called limited income and inflation. In other words, I want to look you in the eye and tell you, there's nothing wrong with a job. In Extra Digit, you'll never hear us bash a job. But I want you to write this down if you're taking notes. Be thankful for your job. Just don't be satisfied with your job. Okay? Be thankful for your job, but don't be satisfied. See, as long as your income is limited and the cost of living, daycare, healthcare, groceries, lawn care, cell phone bills, education, as long as everything continues to go up, if your income is the same, then really you're going down. And that's what a lot of people miss. You can even make more money now than you ever did before. But if it took you 10 years to get a pay raise and inflation is happening every day, then you're always behind. Most people never calculate inflation. And that's unfortunate. So I want you guys to think about this for a minute. If you knew for a fact that in the next 10 or 15 years, you would need triple the income, then you would start doing things today to triple that income. Most people think that what they're living on today, right now, is substantial or will sustain them, and it won't, because in capitalism, everything gets more and more expensive. If you don't start putting your money in things to outpace inflation, you will always lose. That's why we call it the silent killer. Now, being a business owner is one of the few ways to outpace inflation. You have to own a business. Now, we're talking about the four things that keep you from succeeding. One is inflation. Two is taxes. Now, inflation kills you silently. Taxes kill you up front. Here's why. Taxes take the first 1/3 of your income. That's very important for everybody to understand. Write that down. Taxes take the first 1/3 of your income. So what that means is you work for the government for 1/3 of the year. This is important. If you work for the government for 1/3 of the year, that basically means if my hands represent 12 months, you work for the government for the first 4. Because if you make $50,000 a year and you have a job and the government takes $18,000, then you take home $32,000. So they ration it out over the course of 12 months, but really you work for the government actually before you get paid. See, in America, guys, you got to remember, how you get paid determines how much they tax. So if you have a W-2, what you did was, there's nothing wrong with it, but you signed up for the highest tax code, and you signed up for the code where they take the taxes out off the top. See, what most Americans do is they try to budget. They say, man, if we put our cell phones together, if we stop eating out so much, if we would carpool and get cheap gas, we'll get ahead. That has nothing to do with you getting wealthy. Nothing. The number one thing you got to do in order to get wealthy is you got to bring the taxes down. A business is one of the few ways to legally, ethically, and morally minimize your taxes. You got to get the taxes down. That's what I tell people. Look, write this down as one of your notes. You're not even on the road to getting rich if you don't minimize your taxes, because you can't work for your job and the government. Now, here's a good note for you. taxes cause number 3, which is debt. Debt is a curse because debt spirals and spirals and spirals and spirals, and it can be passed on to your children. Okay? Debt spirals and spirals and spirals, and it can be passed on to your children. So write this down in your notes. Taxes cause debt. Taxes cause debt. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Now, why did I say taxes cause debt? Here's why. If the government didn't take $18,000 off the top, you wouldn't have to borrow $18,000 from the banks. So what happens is the government gets their money from you right out of your paycheck immediately, and then the banks get their money from you because in order for you to get back up to the $50,000 after the government took 18 and left you with 32, you got to borrow another 18 to get back up to your gross, which is 50. So they knew that when they set the country up, they said, okay, if we take the taxes off the top, the government will get paid. And then if we take the interest off the bottom, the banks will get paid. So this is not a conspiracy theory. I want you to know how the laws are set up. It's understood that the government has the wealthiest or the biggest, let's call it, bank account in the world. The banks have the second largest bank account in the world. Now, I had somebody challenge me on this. They're like, Brian, the banks got the largest bank account. I said, okay, so let me get this straight. Did the banks bail the government out, or did the government bail the banks out? In 2008, now you tell me, did the government have to stroke a check and reorganize some things so that the banks will stay in business, or did the banks help the government stay in business? Trust me, the government has the largest account, and then the banks have the second largest. But guess what? Guess who's putting all the money into both of those accounts? The citizens. See, here's a good note for you guys. We're trained to participate in capitalism. You see, we're trained to participate in capitalism. We're not trained to control and be a part of capitalism. You're trained to support capitalism. Okay, that's actually what I mean. You're trained to support capitalism, but you're supposed to participate in capitalism. So if the largest accounts in the world are the U.S. Federal Treasury, I mean the government, the U.S. Treasury, and the banks, what we're going to show you how to do is make a withdrawal from those accounts and shift that money back to your account. Because see, it is your money. It's just that somebody told you a long time ago how to get the government and the banks. They taught you how to give them your money first instead of you getting your money first. Wealthy people do it the opposite. They make sure they get their money first and give the government and the banks look. All right. So what we're going to do tonight, guys, is real simple. We're going to talk tonight. We're going to talk strategy. Okay. It's not a sales presentation tonight. This is not for people that want to get hyped up and pumped up and motivated. And this is for somebody that says, look, give me a strategy, give me a game plan, tell me how to make my first $1 million and I'm with you. Now, why can I speak from this position? Well, here's the thing. You're listening to a guy. I always tell people I went from ashy to classy. Okay. I graduated from Morehouse in 1997. I got my degree in English. All right. And the bottom line is this. When I graduated, I hit the glass ceiling really early. I was making 3 figures about every 2 weeks. And I just knew that, man, I can't do this for another 30, 40 years and then hope they take care of me. So I went from 3 figures every 2 weeks to 4 figures a week. Then I started earning 5 figures a month. You know, you start earning $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in 30-day increments. Then you would do like I did. You would fire your boss too. Okay. So I retired at a very, very early age. I fired my boss when I was only 22 years old. And I say that not to impress you guys. I just want you to understand that I did just like you guys are doing right now. Instead of watching the game and instead of talking to my friends all night and instead of being in some movie theater, I spent a lot of time on conference calls and on webinars learning the value of a home-based business. And when I tell you guys, I've had months where I made more in 1 month than my job was paying me all year. I made that in 30 days. I've seen weeks in my home-based business, weeks where it was 1 week was 6 months of my salary on a job. 1 week. I want y'all to hear what I just said. 1 week was 6 months on a job. I'm like, man, this don't make any sense. If people really knew the value of a home-based business, everybody would have one. Even if you still keep your job, everybody would have a home-based business. All right. And there's a difference between home-based business and traditional business. And I'll explain that in a second. So I started my organization, which is Extra Digit, because we teach you how to grow your business or your net worth or your salary or your revenue 1 digit at a time. Now, here's how this works. Write this down. Cash, asset, cash. We call this 369. Okay? 369. Within 3 months, we're going to show you how to create positive cash flow. Within 6 months, we're going to show you the importance of earning business income. And within 9 months, we're going to show you the importance of having investment income. Now, just to make sure everybody's on the same page, I want y'all to type that in the chat for me real quick. Just put 369. This is how I make sure that everybody's still with me. And I'm going to talk to you real quick while you type it. Everybody type in 369. Because here's the key. The cash flow is the most important step of this process. The cash flow. Americans make great income. Americans have terrible cash flow. There we go. Nikila 369, Dion 369, Marcus 369, my man Cecil 369. All right, everybody's with me. Gail, what's up? 369, Ray 369, Sean 369, Antoine 369. Okay, everybody's still with me. Here's why. A lot of people in America have great income. They make $80,000 a year. They make $120,000 a year. They make $60,000 a year. You take yourself out of this country, I'm telling you, Americans are wealthy. If you make 60 grand a year, you in great shape. Why are they struggling? Because if the more you make in America on a job, the more you get taxed. So you have to get your cash flow in order. Cash flow is measured in time. Income is measured in dollars. So if you make $1 million a year, but you're spending $3 million a year, you can only last for 3 months or 4 months. You see, because you make $1 million, but your expenses are $3 million, so your cash flow is still negative. You got 9 months where you broke. Make sense? But if you make $80,000 a year, but your bills are $40,000 a year, your cash flow is 2 years. In America, cash flow trumps income. But what we do, we always ask people, you always hear people say, I earn 6 figures. That's nothing in America. I want y'all to always remember this. You should never brag on how much money you make working. You want to brag on how much money you make not working. I want y'all to write that down. Never brag on how much money you make working. Because if you work, you should get paid. You need to brag, quote unquote, on how much money you make not working. That's why we say cash flow is king. We're going to show you guys how to make money. Every dollar you make is supposed to bring you back some more money. Money's a tool. You're not supposed to work for money. Money's supposed to work for you. So we're going to show you the importance of creating positive cash flow. Then we're going to show you how to earn some business income because businesses are taxed different. And then we're going to show you how to take the money from strategy 1, the money from strategy 2, and then invest it in strategy 3. Let's have some fun. Here's how this works. So you would think that this education would cost you thousands of dollars, right? $6.99, $3.99, $2.99. Nope. And guess what? For about 10 more days, it's not even $179. I want y'all to write this down. $99 one time. Okay, so cross out this $179 and hear me good. For about 10 more days, $99 one time and $34.95 a month. We're going to teach you the strategy, give you the software to implement the strategy. I'm going to show you a demo in a second. Give you a support system with events and webinars such as this, mentors, and that leads to your financial freedom. Now, let me say this to you because this is very important. 2 things I always want to say to you. Never, ever, ever in America say, I can't afford that. Even if it's the $99 right now, or even if it's our normal $179, which is still less than 200, which is nothing. Never say I can't afford that. Always say I need to make more money. See, if you go to a car lot and tell a Bentley lot and tell the owner of Bentley, the owner of that car lot, man, these cars are expensive. You don't need to be on the Bentley lot. He's gonna say, well, ma'am, you know, Honda is right up the street. You just can't play on this lot. So it's not that the Bentley is expensive, it's that you can't afford the Bentley. The Bentley is not expensive to somebody who can afford the Bentley. Somebody who can afford the house. The business is not expensive for someone who can afford the business. So if you are over the age of 18 right now and you've been working 10 plus years, 20 plus years, and you see 179, or at the promo special right now for June, 99, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh my God, then you need to check the amount of money you make right now. You should have $99 in a sock drawer by mistake that you forgot about in 1992. You should have $99, 20 in your car seat cushion, 20 in your sofa mattress, another 10 that you forgot in a pair of blue jeans. But people see $99 and $179, and all of a sudden they got to talk it over with the wife. All of a sudden they got to talk it over with the husband. All of a sudden $34.95, now all of a sudden they don't have $1 a day for a month, but they drinking Starbucks $7 a day every morning. You see, it's all perspective. So you got somebody that's going to teach you how to get rich. You got people that are going to show you how they went from 300,000 in debt to millionaire status today, several of us. You got people that's going to show you how they lost their first $1 million, like I did, how they recovered from it and stay cash flow positive, earn residual income. You got webinars like this where we're going to teach your people for you, and you don't have $1 a day for the membership. Like I want you to really think about what I said. It's $34 a month, but you got Netflix at $8 a month. And that's 25% of what we're talking about. You got Netflix and a gym membership and don't use either one of them. Ouch. I know. It stings sometimes, but it amazes me when people see an investment and they run from that, but then they spend money on other things. I just don't understand it. All right. So here's what we offer with our membership. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna show you some demonstrations of our software. We protect we have identity theft protection. I don't know if you guys know, but it's the #1 crime in the world right now. Our membership also provides discounted legal services, key logging, and identity theft to protect your computer. It kind of prevents identity theft on the back end. So this one helps you on the back end if it happens to you. This one helps you. This one keeps it from happening to you. Tax audit assistance and preparation, and credit counseling and restoration. All of this education for $34.95 a month. And the main thing is the income shifting that I'm showing you. Now, how does this all start? Okay, so everything starts with you lowering your taxes. You got to lower your taxes. Now, I want you to see what the government issued back in 2005, over 10 years ago. Watch this. We're talking about a tax refund here. Where does your refund come from? It comes from your wallet or purse when you tell your employer how much to withhold from your paycheck. Again, I should have highlighted this. It comes from your wallet or purse. Your refund comes from your wallet. For the average refund, that's about $40 a week too much. In other words, guys, let me finish. You might be using the extra withholdings as a forced savings, quote unquote. But Uncle Sam does not pay interest on refunds except in special circumstances. Putting the money in any type of savings account or paying down debts might be a better option. Now, look, I didn't write this, guys. This is the U.S. government. The bill collector for the U.S. government is called the IRS, okay? They have a whole agency to collect taxes. This tax agency puts out, this IRS tax agency puts out this press release and says, look, let me tell all y'all something. Why are you overpaying $40 a week in your check? giving it to Uncle Sam, and we don't pay interest, you get a refund check as a forced savings method because every year you get it. And then you end up right back in the same situation because you're paying your debt off or trying to once a year with this big tax refund. The man, Uncle Sam, said putting the money in an investment or paying down debt might be a better option. That's what Uncle Sam said. I didn't say it. Uncle Sam said putting the money in some type of account or paying down debt might be a better option. So what you got to do, you got to get your money throughout the year and let your money work for you throughout the year. That's important. Now, here's what happens. This is called increasing your cash flow. We take the tax savings and we show people how to start taking this money from the taxes during the year and paying off the debt. So in this example, $450 in tax elimination or reduction is applied now to what you're normally paying on your debt, and you're increasing that debt elimination to $864. All with this new $450. Now we show people how to take the $450 and the $864 and teach people how to do 1 and 2. Now you earn $1,000 bonuses on a weekly and monthly basis. Now we take the new money from the business, the new money from the tax savings, the new money from the debt elimination, and you change your spending habits. Now you got a new $3,000 that you can invest. Aha. So people always say, well, you know, Brian, I don't have enough money right now to invest, man. That's not it at all. You got plenty of money to invest. What's happening is the government's taking it. Then the banks are taking it in interest. The car was purchased for $24,000, but by the time you pay it off, it's $36,000. And believe it or not, the day you drove it off the lot is worth $19,000. So you bought 2 cars. Let me say that again. The sticker on the car was $24,000. When you pay it off, it's $36,000. But when you drove it off the lot, it was already worth $19,000. So you bought 2. Because 19 and 19 is 38. You see what I'm saying? So you basically bought 2 cars and can't get $5,000 for it now. That's the way it works. I'm not knocking cars. I got my little toys. I'm just saying you got to be smart about this. So we got to start investing our money so that when you look up and you're tired of working, you got a nest egg and residual checks coming in from what you did today. In other words, guys, you're creating your future right now, whether you believe it or not, with your habits. Now, as I show you how to do this, step 1 is you got to lower your taxes. Now, these are screenshots from my cell phone. The first thing your membership buys you is this cash flow manager. The government wants to see that you're keeping excellent records. So listen, all business owners, home-based business, traditional business, daycare, lawn care, nail salon, barbershop, restaurant, you have to keep excellent records. Your membership comes with this app. So the first thing it asks you to do is enter your income, enter your expenses, and take a picture of your receipts. Now what happens is you put in your phone, I spent $35.17 at Red Lobster for a team meeting in Chicago. These are just examples. I drove 54 miles to do it. My monthly fee for my business is $34, right? Watch this. Then you got a check this week. Let's say your check this week was $1,853. So you got a check. When you hit enter on your cell phone, it automatically goes to this cool little spreadsheet on your computer. Automatically. See, there's your meal. There's your fee. Monthly fee is deductible. There's your commission. So you had $1,800 in expenses. I'm sorry, income. You had $70 in expenses between your meal and your monthly fee. You drove 54 miles. So now at the end of the year, you just hit print or put this on a zip drive and your taxes are done. Now all you do is send this nice little spreadsheet to your CPA and she loves you. You see, the government just wants to see that you're keeping good records. They want to know that you're really treating this like a business and not a hobby. Okay. So Beane said, how does the 369 work for self-employed? Well, you may, I'm not sure when you type that, but it works the same way. The only difference is now you have the software and the investment education. In other words, you would start with, whereas most people start with a job and have to adjust their W-4, current business owners would start with the software and our education and learn how to take the tax savings and invest it. And then if they want to show other entrepreneurs how to do the same thing, there's nothing wrong with these 4- and 5-figure bonuses hitting your mailbox on a weekly and monthly basis if you choose to refer the business. So self-employed people who already have a business, this is perfect, because now all you're doing is showing other self-employed people or people with a job how they can do the same thing that you're doing without having to pay as much. See, I want you to always wear two hats. You might be self-employed, but a lot of people you know are still overpaying taxes and getting a tax refund. So now you just created another income stream for yourself by going to save those people. They may not want to do what you do for a living. I got a good friend that owns a huge daycare, but she can't teach people the daycare business. Well, everybody watching this webinar can show people how to save money with a mobile app and how to put them on a webinar. So you automatically become an educator when you put them in our system, and now you get bonus checks for the membership. All right, it's pretty strong. In other words, we got commission checks wrapped into the education system that we provide. So now your CPA loves you. Now watch this. Now that you have a business, see, a home-based business is a little different than traditional business. Here's why. In a home-based business, you don't have to generate the expenses. You already have them. See, a lot of you guys already have a house or apartment. You already have a cell phone bill. You already have utilities. You already eat. You already go to movies and travel. You already drive your car. So now what happens is, before you had a home-based business, you were making $50,000 at work. The government was taking 18. You took home 32, and then now you're trying to pay your bills off the 32. So you might have 14,000 left. And y'all know I'm being generous, because most people, after they pay their bills, there's nothing left. Now watch this. You get a home-based business where your lifestyle and a lot of your expenses that you already have, you can apply toward the business. Now you make 50, but you get to pay your bills first and take home 32. Then you get taxed on the 32 instead of getting taxed on the 50. You see? So now you save 7,000 in taxes. Now you live off 25,000 because you get to pay yourself first. Guys, that's the difference of $900 a month to $25 a week. Now, let me just make sure I stress this, because if you don't get this, you're not going to get anything. And we're done in 5 minutes. Guys, why doesn't everybody in America have a home-based business? Look, not just a traditional business. A home-based business allows you to create more deductions for yourself. So even if you own a daycare, there's nothing wrong with your daycare, but your daycare won't allow you to travel to California and write off the plane ticket, because that's not what they call reasonable and customary for your line of work. You see, you might have a barbershop, but the barbershop won't allow you to write off the vacation or some of the vacation in Hawaii because you're not cutting hair in Hawaii. See, a home-based business means you take it with you. So you increase your deductions by like 200. Whereas traditional business, yeah, you get to write off your depreciation, your printer, your equipment, your clippers, your lawnmower, your whatever. But now traditional business and home-based business together, now you live in the American dream and bring your taxes way down. And look, I want to make sure this is clear before we go. That's not getting over or trying to do anything sneaky. The government wants you to be in business. That's why they incentivize you to open a business. Okay? How do you know they incentivize you? Well, because they wouldn't give you tax breaks if they didn't want you to have a business. Anytime the government wants you to do something, they give you a tax break. Have a child, tax break. Get married, tax break. Put solar panels on your house and increase your carbon, improve your carbon footprint, tax break. Open a business, tax break. You can always tell when the government wants you to do something because they give you a tax break. You see, That's why. That's how you know. So that you're not getting over it, but they do want you to keep the record so they can see that you're not playing around. That's the difference. All right, let's go rapidly here. So now when you show people the business, these are just some of our colleagues getting checks. Write this down. You earn $1,000 per 7 referrals. All right, under our normal program, you got people here getting $3,000 checks, $2,000 checks, $5,000 checks. I personally have earned $10,000 in 1 week bonus check. So you'll be shocked at what happens when you start showing people education and how excited they get. They get the membership, they're referred by you, and you can start earning 4 and 5 figures extra just for showing people how to be more, what's the word? How to survive in capitalism. Let's put it that way. Okay. Your membership also comes with residual income. See, now every time somebody goes to your website and book a ticket or something, you earn a percentage. Every time someone, we have all these different things as benefits: coffee, legal discounts, family shield. I own a personal growth and self-empowerment company called Pays. My program is actually, you earn a residual income from learning from my system on personal growth. The Cashback Shopping Mall, over 400 different stores from Macy's to Target. So now you're getting a residual check every single month. Okay. I look at my paycheck every month. I see people shopping at Walmart, Priceline, Restaurant.com, Macy's, PetSmart, Target. Man, nothing like getting paid for doing something that you're already doing. Now, let me say this real quick. Please don't go get some toilet paper or some toothpaste from Target and go look at your check and see where your 3 cents, when you're gonna get your 3 cents. I had a guy call me like 3 months ago. Brian, I've been buying some stuff, man. Where's my check? I'm like, my friend, what we're showing you is as your organization builds, you get this nice check over time from your organization buying things they're gonna buy on a monthly basis. The big checks come on a weekly basis from you providing the membership to people. You see? So don't go out and buy some toothpaste and look for $3, right? And you spent $2.50 on the toothpaste. It comes over time. As your organization grows, your residual check just gets bigger and bigger. But now you got the weekly checks coming in from the membership and the software that you provided by teaching people about their finances. Very important. Nothing like getting a residual check, based on something you did months ago, and now money starts chasing you instead of you chasing money. So now before we go, here's a good example of how the residual check grows. You know, you might get 1, they get 1, they get 1. See, this is the power of exponential growth. 4 people get 1, that's 8. 8 people get 1, that's 16. 16 people get 1 apiece, that's 32. This is the power of 1. 256 people get 1, 512 people get 1. You got 8,000 associates. Let's say this took 5 years and you were making 40 grand a month in residual. Would that help you? Let's say it took 5 years and you were making 40 grand a month in residual. Would that help you? All right. And before we go, write this down. Money pays the least amount of taxes. See, strategy number 3 is called wealth building or asset accumulation. Money pays between 10 and 15% taxes. So assets and appreciation, dividends, capital gains, guys, listen to me. Wealthy people make the majority of their income from money. Let me say that again. Wealthy people make the majority of their income from money. So it is a true statement. People say, man, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Yeah, it's true. Here's why it's true. Because if you have a job, you're paying 28 to 33%. If you have a business, the net effect of a business is 18 to 23%. So that's better than a job tax-wise. But if your money's coming from money, you keep more of it because you're paying 10 to 15%. It's called capital gains. So anytime capital gains happens or appreciation happens, you get to keep more of it. In other words, if I make $300,000 working, I'm gonna take home about $200,000. But if I make $300,000 from selling a house, I'm gonna take home about $250,000. You see what I'm saying? Because the house, an asset appreciated, not my labor. Labor is taxed more. Assets are taxed less. So rich stay rich because they're taxed less. It's not unfair. Just get rich. So before we go, I always tell people there are basically 3 types of people. All right. We got you covered on everything you can imagine as far as your training. YouTube, Periscope, Facebook. Follow us at Extra Digit Movement on all 3 platforms. Okay. We got you covered online. We got you covered offline. Cash flow calls, strategy sessions in home, webinars such as this. We teach you how to expand your business, and you just plug people into us. We even have an online marketing system, and we even have live events like Game Changer. This is an event I host every single quarter, and you got your next big event coming up in 2 weeks in Atlanta, Georgia. All right, June 17th and 18th, downtown at the Marriott Marquis. We're gonna throw down, guys, in 2 weeks. Not this week, but next week. It's gonna be awesome. So just understand that at this point, let us know if you are a 3, a 2, or a 1 when you get off the webinar. Okay, a number 3 says, thanks, but no thanks. I'm fine. I like my financial plan. I'm good to go. I've been doing it for a minute. I'm happy. And I always tell the number 3, we appreciate you for joining us. If you like the financial plan that you're on, hey, you are not like most people, because most people aren't happy. When they look long term, they're not happy with the results they're going to have. The number 2 says, Brian, I'm in. I'm in primarily for the strategy. I just want to learn it. While you got a discount going on right now and a promo of $99, I'm really in. Don't forget, it's $99 for about 10 more days. So take full advantage. That's the number 2. They want the membership. They want the education. And number 1 says, Brian, I'm all the way in. I want the paychecks. I want the membership. I want the bonuses to go with it. I want you to teach me how to get, extra income with it. And I'm going to do the strategy. In other words, you're all in. The investment is still just $99 and the same $34 a month, $1 a day. Basically, we just give you a different game plan. So listen, we normally do conference calls at this same time on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So we'll talk to you guys on Sunday night on our conference call number. Get with the person that puts you on this webinar and let them know if you are a 3, a 2, or a 1. Just let them know I'm a 3, 2, or 1. Again, I look forward to seeing all you guys in Atlanta. Put that in the chat room for me and let me know. We will see you in ATL. God bless. And you guys have a great night. Let us know if you're a 3, 2, or 1. Oops, you can actually put that in the chat. Let us know if you're a 3, 2, or 1 in the chat. 3, 2, or 1. God bless you guys. Have a good night. Thank you.